some bit of lore I've yet to find in one of my
I don't
books.
know, I'm stoned.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Brother Wilson, what? Boner pill, hit me, bro. The fuck?
And demonetized.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. You had your fun, Weezy, but it's over now, man.
Dude, I had to go back. I had to go back and remonetize every single fucking video that I could. Manually.
Manuel?
See.
Ah.
See,
1-800-ICE. Okay.
Fucker.
Oh, is that doggo cam?
I'm one of the good ones, alright? I'm one of the good ones.
How is your neighborhood? Nice and quiet?
I love that.
It's nice and quiet.
That was one of your best fucking tweets.
Wait,
ever.
what about the Walmarts?
I haven't
They're
been.
so quiet.
I avoid Walmart like the plague, so I have no idea. But
I saw.
You should check it
I saw
out.
a video.
Supposedly it's empty, along with Home Depot.
Yeah, I saw a video. I wanted to say they were filming in a Walmart in San Antonio, and it was like empty except the workers.
no, it was here in Katy. But
Okay.
I mean, Katie's still Houston technically. It's just farther out, but yeah, like that's like an affluent area for the most part, so that doesn't make any fucking sense. Now, the one that's by me, if I go in there and that bitch is empty, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that makes sense. I get it now. But yeah, I put the doggo cam up. I was trying to get that shit to work. The dog cat.
And what kept you waiting? Where is the doggo cam?
It's on my stream.
Yeah. I was gonna say we don't want to see you.
Well, I mean, most
See
people
doggo.
don't. Plus, maybe I can get more people that way. But, yeah, I already went live. Fuck it.
I mean, you could be like, you know, a Twitch thought, but I don't know who would watch that.
Oh, I see doggo cam.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna dip for about 10 minutes so I can scarf down some food. Then I'll be right back. I'm just gonna mute myself.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think you should try to go like the e-thought route.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you could try like, you know, showing a little bit of skin, you know.
Bro, nobody wants to see this, alright? Nobody wants to see this.
Some people would like the bear.
I mean, you should have
That's
an
not
S.
my target demographic, okay?
You should have a transparent. You should have a transparent hair and an S cam.
I do have another webcam sitting like right here that I don't use. I can point
What's
it.
the
That's-
new thing?
That's
You
already
make a wombat
pointing at your
user
crotch.
avatar.
So
I can point it
What's the
at
new thing to wear something green and then you do a green screen video on that particular piece of clothing?
Sure. Play fucking Mario Kart on my ass, like some of these people,
Yeah, yeah.
or whatever. The
No,
fuck they're
even
doing.
her idea. Dark Tide.
No, I'm gonna leave that for Swanee when that day comes. Swanee's the resident Dark Tide streamer. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I'm the resident Final Fantasy player.
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
No. I know what you could be, Weezy.
No, I don't want to hear it.
Dust-
I don't trust you.
Dustborn. Dustborn. You can be the resident Dustborn streamer.
Okay, I legitimately considered picking that game up just so I can see if it's as bad as everybody else is saying.
I've watched
it is.
2 different playthroughs and it's worse.
Is it really?
It's horrible. It's
I mean, you should play Vanguard as well.
No.
Yeah, Dragon Age, the top
Dude.
scar guard.
They are melting the fuck down over that shit right now. Oh
Well,
my god.
Can I properly say you get what you fucking deserve?
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
But
I mean, the best part on the Reddit post that the chats killed it by not buying it.
that's so.
that's literally like a meme. I mean, it's literally a meme come true. It's not for you. Okay. Why did you buy it? It's not for me.
Precisely.
It's almost like the discourse over that Charlie's Angels remake predicted this.
Oh yeah. Oh, and the Ghostbusters remake too.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, this isn't for you. Okay.
Bye.
Well, that's what's mind-boggling to me, right? Because now all these people are just starting to realize all the shit that everybody's been saying the last several years. These companies don't give a shit about you. They don't care about your activism. They don't care about your ideology. They brought you in because they thought that would make more money, and it didn't. And now that they're getting fucking fired, it's fucking surprise Pikachu faces all over the place.
When they learned that, oh my God, the woke don't have money. Nor are they going to spend what they have on the shit you're selling.
But I mean, we talked about this. Like, it has nothing to do with their political leanings, right? It has everything to do with the fact that they can't fucking write anything without it being like a real world perspective or some other such nonsense. I don't want to play a fucking Dragon Age game and hear about why you're using certain pronouns.
Or Dustborn.
Or that.
Dustboard is so bad. If I didn't know it, back me up on this Rune Song, I would have thought it was a parody.
There are people who
so
actually
bad.
think it was some kind of conservative, like parody game. They
I can almost
legitimately.
believe it.
I
Yeah.
mean, it was financed by the Swedes or the Norwegians,
Yeah, if
one
it
of the
wasn't
Scandinavians.
What are this commie Scandinavians? Yeah.
right, if it wasn't produced by or financially backed by I think Norway's government.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was. So if it weren't for that, I think people would believe that it's like some kind of Babylon Bee type thing.
Well, the only reason I know it's Norwegians because Arch was having a full meltdown
Yeah.
that he was paying for it.
Dude,
Yeah, he was like, I'm sorry.
Speaking of these people, aren't you thrilled, Wheezy, that the people who are working on the Ghost of Tsushima sequel
fuck
are
that.
Oh yeah, the Veilguard writers and Anthem writers are working on the sequel to that.
I didn't
we
want to
talking
see
about
that.
Mass Effect?
I didn't want to see it, and I'm not surprised because I'm one of the few people that, and it's weird that you never see people like Grums or all these other rage baiters, right, talking about the fucking nepotism that's in that industry. All they do is just bounce from place to fucking place because they're buddies with somebody somewhere else who gets them a job doing whatever.
I mean,
And
just look at Alyssa.
Yeah, that's why this cycle
She
never.
got in,
Why is she
in
not
sucking
fired?
dick. Then she bounced around from network to not network, news outlet to news outlet, and then she bounced out and she's back to camming. So time is a flat circle.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why nothing is changing, because these people are already in positions of power where they know everybody else, and they just bring their buddies in onto the next project, and then it just keeps going and going and going.
I mean, how hard would it be to make a successful, Mass Effect? I mean, Andromeda notwithstanding, they could literally make one just called Miranda's Ass,
I mean, yeah.
and we would buy it. Okay, Rune Song might not, but we would literally just.
I'd buy it for the
Miranda.
gameplay.
Yeah, just follow Miranda around.
I'll buy it for the lore.
Yeah, see, there you go. See,
Lore doesn't
we've
matter.
already- Yeah, lore's
The
it's
lore
fluff.
of her ass.
The lore of her perfectly engineered ass. Yes.
But that's when I was talking about all this Yasuke shit for Assassin's Creed. Fuck, I sound like RFK now. God damn.
Do you have brain worms?
But all this shit, dude, they had it.
Skin.
Atlas sounded like
Yeah,
a
it's
fucking
Fallout.
robot.
Yeah, too many seed oils, I guess.
But yeah, that was an easy win for Ubisoft, and they still fucked it up. That was the easiest fucking win. They could have made money hand over fucking fist on this game, and they still fucked it up.
Yeah, I'm not a weeb or a Japan, focuser at all. You just tell me Assassin's Creed Japan, and I would have been like, okay, I've been reaching for my wallet reflex.
People have been
Right?
asking for this for years,
Years.
and they still
Ever
fucked
since
it
they
up.
went to the, yeah. And then it's like, well, we're not going to make him an assassin. Hang on a minute.
Then why is he there?
Creed. Well, he's there for the watermelon. I won't make the I was going to make a joke, but I'll be careful.
So, Japanese people have had legitimate criticism over the game, and it has to do with the watermelons. Because
Really?
because Ubisoft was sitting there talking about they hired these historical experts and all this other bullshit, and they've got watermelons in Japan in spring with cherry blossoms.
What, 100 years before they were introduced?
No, they were there. But it's the
were they?
wrong season. They even got that wrong.
Oh, come on.
Now, the question is are they going to have a Shinto shrine with a Popeyes in it? And when
Oh my
Yasuke
gosh.
pulls out his canteen,
Popeyes with Don Polio collab in it.
Oh my God.
and when Yasuke pulls out his canteen, he takes a big old swig of grape drink.
Look,
Oh my gosh.
I'm not touching anything of what you just said because I was actually trying to make a very reasonable fucking argument in my video that I did on that.
They might as well just go to that level. I mean,
But-
but of all things, why watermelons? What are you trying to say, Ubisoft?
Yasuke's good.
I'm not even aware of it
Yasuke's
being
have a
any sort
clock
of
switch on his
notable.
katana.
Yeah, like I'm not even aware of it being any sort of notable like commodity there. I mean, they won't invent the square ones for centuries, so why?
I don't know. I don't
Oh,
understand why they did half of the shit that they did with this game. I don't get how they could fuck up this badly with such easy fucking material. And now you've got the sidekick, the fucking big lady that's supposedly a sumo wrestler.
Sumo.
Yeah. Like,
Hey, the problem with her is the actress. She's suing Lyft right now, isn't she?
Good Lord.
About made wheezy fucking choke, man. All right, mission accomplished.
legitimate criticism here. But yeah, I finally got to the point where I was looking at like the Japanese side of this argument with people that live there, and the only shit that I'm seeing coming out of the Assassin's Creed fan base is either if you don't like it, you're a racist, and you're just mad there's a black person in Japan. Look, I'm just saying, the Japanese are mad there's a black person in Japan. His name is Johnny Somali, all right?
I was just gonna say they're putting his ass in prison. I heard so.
Supposedly.
Yeah, South Korea.
Oh, and
And
what
also,
about,
just for
I'm
for
sorry.
consistency's sake, like this is the same company that went in and changed a weapon because it wasn't invented yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What happened?
And if you look at their track record of how they've made these games, everything has always fit. I don't care if it's historically accurate or not. The protagonists have always fit with the setting perfectly, male or female.
Don't
Like-
forget that you were always penalized if you were going around willy-nilly killing civilians.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
But-
here,
but why did they break the mold on this one just to put some obscure person from history just
A
because he's
retainer.
black? And
If I recall, he is a retainer.
yeah,
Honestly,
that's
it just feels
There-
like
There's not
They
enough
view-
historical material there to go off of. Unless you follow Thomas Lockley, who made up 95% of the shit that he wrote.
Oh my god! It's just I don't know. The whole thing is just. I've got a dip. I'm joining a gaming stream. So, but have fun, guys. Good luck, and Metronoid, keep up the slurs, man. Don't slack off.
will do.
we'll
You
have
gotta
to get
carry
him
it all on your
demonetized
own.
without you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Metronoid can carry it all on his own. I already made the man almost choke on his whatever the hell he was putting in his mouth. So
It was a
I'll
dildo.
be
It
sure.
was a dildo.
somebody
My-
clip that.
my
Somebody
un-
clip that.
My unsea juice. It's my unsea juice.
I'll
Have fun,
I'll be sure to reference Erica for you.
There you go. Oh man, the cat. The cat. They're yelling at the cat in different languages, and then it responds to German.
Oh my god.
All right.
Speaking of-
talk to you later.
My cat that's in the camera out there got stuck outside all night, so now she's pouting.
Oh. Poor kitty.
Which is funny because I went downstairs to open the patio and I was like, wait a minute. What? How did you open the door?
Cats,
With
man.
anger.
I mean, they probably could do it. She probably could. She likes sitting there staring at the birds anyway, so it's not that big a deal. But yeah, looking at I can understand why Japanese people are rightfully upset about what they're doing. And now Ubisoft is fucking tanking to the point where I think a share is like $2 a piece.
Jeez.
Their
And it-
profits are low.
Yeah, it
And
was
just
like,
from what I've seen, like, of how they treat the Japanese, it's like they view Japan as basically just like America or Britain, but with different eye shapes.
yeah,
Like they're
I mean,
just another version of white people to them.
I had to explain to another Japanese person that was like, oh, this feels kind of racist, because somebody said that it was like a San Francisco simulator or something like that.
Mhm.
And then I had to bring up the fact that when, at the height of wokeism, or whatever you want to call it, when they tried to push the whole Stop Asian Hate campaign, they had to nuke it because they found out who was committing most of the crime against Asians. And they were like, wait a
Yeah.
minute, we don't want anybody looking into this. So yeah, nope, never mind. Yep, forget that campaign. And then
That campaign got nuked hard.
yes, it was what, a month or two, and then finally it disappeared off the face of the earth because everybody was like, hold on.
Yeah, pattern
Well, the
recognition is a
came
is a
out.
is a bad thing, so we can't have that.
But they didn't know about that. And now that they're
They're just
learning-
disappointed it wasn't white people.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, listen, if you read those statistics, then you start reading other statistics, and then you start thinking.
Can they think though?
You can't have that.
Yeah, no thinking.
Well, I have to say that I still have some hope for the average Joe, that when he sees two numbers, and those numbers repeat multiple times through multiple statistics, then his or her pattern recognition will kick in eventually, and will put two and two together. But you are right. The average ideologically captured leftist, they don't care.
No, they don't.
Yep.
And I actually agree that this is it's almost a uniquely American or Western thing of, and I'm trying to figure out how to put it, of wanting to change other cultures or putting other cultures down because they don't fit whatever standards we've set, right? Or are trying to set. And you saw that
Yeah.
happen, especially with the movement trying to change Spanish for no longer using gendered language when they were trying to do that whole thing. It doesn't work.
You mean you don't like Latinx?
Fuck no, fucking Latinx or whatever the fuck they were trying to say. Mexicans didn't even like, Hispanics didn't like that shit. It was like, that's worse than calling me a slur. Don't call me that. No.
I'd rather be called a slur.
I mean, it's the very
I tell you
same
that
thing that what you get when you call a gypsy anything but a gypsy.
But see,
And when you see these Westerners, these white boys and white girls with the Twitter bios of Romani or whatnot, you know that they are just as white as Snow White, or whiter. Because if you call a gypsy anything but a gypsy, you are going to get stabbed.
And see, that's what these people don't get, is because all of this stuff is, you know, the U.S. is such a melting pot, and everybody's, for the most part, so integrated. They don't fucking know. They don't know shit about other cultures. They don't bother to learn. They don't bother to read. They just look at something on the internet and go, okay. Like, that's what we as Americans do. I don't do that, but that's what an overwhelming amount of the population does, especially if they're in their 20s.
It boggles my mind too, because like, what is even the point of pushing all of this like cultural diversity if in the end everything's just going to be this same old gray sludge, just everyone and everything conforming?
Exactly.
But don't forget that if you take this cultural diversity too far and you start to subsume yourself in it, you are suddenly culturally appropriating other people. So that's a bad thing also.
I mean, yeah.
It's also like very Instagram wife about it. Like, just, oh, we're here for the food, but don't you dare touch anything else in that person's culture.
Oh my god, that's all the shit I was seeing about Mexico when Trump started talking about tariffs. And then on top of, you know, the deportations, people like, well, who's going to do all this hard work that we don't want to do? And what about all about the food? What about the food? We're not going to have any more tacos. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
And I love them like giving
Taco
safety
Bell.
advice to anyone with brown skin, and it's like, guys, not every non-white person here is an immigrant. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, I think I had an email.
Casual racism.
Yeah. I had an email the other day from that Nextdoor app, the neighborhood app thing. And some lady here, oh, Cleo, she's trying to steal my hairbands. Here, there you go. You can have it. You stayed outside. You can have the hairband. There was some lady that she's like, oh, I'm a third generation Texan, and now I have to walk around with my birth certificate just in case ICE tries to deport me. And of course, she's a fucking Democrat. And I'm like, you're an idiot. Are you a criminal? Do you have a rap sheet that you're not telling anybody? Like, why the fuck would they just stop you because you're brown? We got more Mexicans here than anything. If you think they're going to stop every single one of us, no.
At a certain point, you go south enough, and like, how many ICE agents are of Mexican heritage?
Yeah.
Like, come on, people.
A lot of these people have never been to border cities. A lot of these people have never been to like McAllen or San Antonio or El Paso or even a little bit farther north of the border. Like, the Hispanic population here is massive. Massive. But guess what? They're still Americans. They're citizens. Like, you're not just going to get deported as soon as you walk out your door because somebody goes, brown person. Like, it's not going to happen. It's like they want everything to look like fucking Schindler's List or something. It's not going to happen.
It's not 1984.
Forget that, like, not everyone in South America has the same skin color.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how many illegals are there here who pass for white?
Oh, wait, you said legal, not illegal. Sorry. Hold on, put that back down.
What is the ICE number and how can I claim the bounty?
Hey, you can't call that number. It doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Shit, then I have to send an email to Tom Homan.
Fucker.
See,
Hey,
the thing
I've
is, you
seen that.
do that, and there are probably some people who would be like, you know, oh, you're deporting me? Can I have your autograph?
I've seen Born in East LA. I know how to get back, just in case. Jesus is in Tijuana. That's all I have to say.
That's probably one of his movies I haven't seen yet.
Oh, dude, that movie's fantastic. I mean, it doesn't hold up to today's standards, but it's still a good movie.
You know what else is crazy? The duality of liberal is I don't see it as often at the moment now that we've had the inauguration, but I just loved the sheer meltdown of all the libs that were suddenly turning on anyone even remotely Hispanic, especially the men, and being like, I hope you do get deported.
Yep. I saw a bunch of
yeah.
that on there too.
Oh,
you're
damn.
fucking calling people pick-me's or fucking the same shit that they do to anybody that disagrees with them. That you whatever the Mexican version of an Uncle Tom is. Yeah, they're like, oh, you think you're one of the good ones? Oh, they're gonna get you too. No, they're fucking not. I hope they get you though.
Right.
And I'm one of those people where if you're on the left side of the aisle here and you're one of those people championing that type of rhetoric, if you think this place is so awful, leave. Go with them. See how long you last in Mexico or wherever else they go. Try it. But these people have never been outside of the US. They have no fucking idea. Same thing with what was it? The Queers for Palestine movement. Okay, go over there. See what happens. All these people are all sheltered that all they know about the world is whatever they read on the internet or whatever they've learned in a university from some fucking Marxist professor, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm surprised Metro's not saying anything about that.
You know, I'm just hoping that after 4 more years of Trump, there is 8 more years of Vance.
That would be great.
And they are taking a chainsaw to this fucking DEI infrastructure that have been built since Obama.
Well, you saw that they just elected fucking David Hogg as the head of the DNC.
That is
that's
his name,
funny.
Hogg?
Yes.
Yes, well, the Democrats are happy to do what they did in the last 8 years, and
take a chainsaw to their own party.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double down, double down, double down, double down, and well, they are going to lose their base. Oh no! They will retain their base, but it will be a very
They won't
small,
grow it.
very far right. No, far left. Sorry, very far left base, and the rest will look at maybe the sensible right-leaning people need another party, and this we need to shuffle off into the crazy home, into the padded room where it belongs.
Well, I'd say that's already happening. I mean, look at all the infighting that's happening right now. Like right now, you've got Ethan Klein going after Hassan. You've got Anna Kasparian fighting with Hassan and everybody else. It's like,
listen, kicking Hassan is 2024's version of kicking Roche in 2020.
Yeah.
Same retard, but one is one sucking up to literal terrorist organization. The other is sucking horses. So.
Jesus Christ.
Didn't need that memory.
Nope.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Mother. I knew he was gonna say something. I was just waiting.
Wait
for
a
it.
minute.
Mr. Hands is always available.
Jesus Christ. But it's funny that they're all fighting each other, and then they kind of come together to bitch about the whole tariff situation.
But it always goes like that because you need to establish a hierarchy of oppression and a hierarchy of righteousness. And how do you do that when your opposition is full of Nazis? You fight with your ideological compatriots to establish who is more right, who is more righteous.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, the good thing is that these bitches are unable and unwilling to hold guns Otherwise, they would be executing each other on the side of the road, and the last one would claim victory over an empire of corpses.
Look, I don't know where this is gonna go with this whole now we're fighting with everybody thing. Don't get me wrong, I support it. I don't give a shit about Canada or Mexico. But
Oh, I mean the lefties. I mean the lefties.
yeah. I mean, I don't even think they give a shit about Canada or Mexico. It's just a matter of Orange Man bad anyway.
Basically.
I mean, that's what it's going to boil down to. And even if, in this 4-year term, if everything that he does ends up being a good thing, they'll still never say it. They just won't. And that's kind of
They
why...
can't.
Oh, yeah. They'll get eaten alive if they do. By their own side. You saw it happen, and I hate bringing her up so much, but you saw that happen with Anna Kasparian and Cenk, where they were like, oh, this is a good thing. And then everybody lost their goddamn minds.
I mean, just look at what happened to Anna after she got assaulted right in front of her house.
You should have let that homeless man grope you.
Everyone presumed that just because she was assaulted, it was a black man. It wasn't. And then she was ostracized because she was assaulted and related to the and regaled that experience, and that experience created some change in her perspective.
Yeah, I don't know if she's one of those people who realized, like, oh, I voted for this. Like, I don't know if she's one of those or not. But it's such a shame that someone had to learn the hard way. I'm just glad that she, didn't get assaulted further than just being touched. But it's a shame that it took someone like her learning the hard way to finally realize, like, oh, there is no sisterhood in the hierarchy of problematic things. Like, once people assume, like, oh no, she might be racist, suddenly we don't care about sexual assault anymore.
I mean, it always takes some personal trauma to get ideologically entrenched people out of their positions.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I saw a post today that was like saying something, mostly in regards to Warhammer, but that these people probably do not have theory of the mind. Like, they're so, like, there's something broken in their brains where they cannot picture other perspectives, and that's why it's so hard for them to, like,
what
get it until it happens to them.
What was bullshit about D&D and the orcs? Was it that? Was that
so,
because?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because it's exactly like that. Humanoid, but not human. And they fail that because they look for superficial similarities. Oh, the same hair. Oh, the same grooming habits. In every sense of the word.
Well, the argument that I saw that somebody made was that and they said it unironically, that it's using the same terminology that supremacist groups use for marginalized people. That's why they're making that connection. Now, that's not word for word what the guy said, but that's essentially what he was saying.
I think I know the post you're talking about.
What the guys said, word for word, if I remember correctly, is that because in the human language at present, we don't have a word for an extraterrestrial outside threat that is an existential threat, and we are using something that have been used in the past to describe the outgroup within the human race. That's problematic, that's racist, and we shouldn't do it.
Why do we need to have an alien version of the word foreigner?
I mean, we have the Latin version, that is
an alien
xeno.
version of the word alien.
Precisely.
I'm sorry, that's undocumented peoples.
Extraterrestrial, undocumented peoples.
We prefer outer terrestrial. But
I prefer you loading into a trebuchet and launching you into the sun, but we can't have what we want.
I was about to put it less politely than Metro.
I mean, I'm just glad that a lot of this stuff
Something about a starfish.
is that a lot of this stuff is starting to finally sink in and go the way of the dodo, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you've got people that are trying to undo years of fucking social conditioning from the left. And of course there's an overwhelming amount of the population that didn't go for it, us included. And now it's like, okay, how do we go back to fucking normal?
Yeah.
It will take a fucking long time.
Yeah.
And think back how long of a time it took to get here where we are now. Double or triple that effectively if we want to go back to that. Because outdoing this conditioning, it takes time and it takes effort. And if people don't want to put in the work from either side, then it's just wasted. And it
I think
goes
it's a
nowhere.
question of just not being gentle anymore, which we're finally seeing now, at least with Trump's people.
That also, that going in without lube is always helpful. And also firing people. Left, right, center, and just shoving them out the door that, okay, you can fuck off.
Which is
I think
also
even just
happening.
little changes will be great. Like the whole telling federal employees to stop putting their pronouns in their email signatures, little things like that. Like there are teeny things that are being done and can continue being done that I think will kind of reverse desensitize people.
Yeah, so just sending out emails that if you want to resign, just put in the subject, resign, and hit send.
Like signed Lisa. Gee, I wonder what the pronouns are.
Well, that's what people were arguing. It's like, well, if they take their pronouns out, how are you going to know how they identify? What does that have to do with anything?
I'm going to make an informed guess based on my experience as a human being and 30 plus years of human interactions.
No common sense.
Common sense is not allowed.
No.
You know what else is common sense?
The Nazis.
Slurs.
You are high. You are very high.
Yeah.
Yeah. Atlas isn't beating those Final Fantasy 14 player stereotypes.
Aw.
Listen, when you put
And then you
the
got-
pizza into the microwave, don't forget to hit
And then you-
start before you start watching it.
And then you got players like me who touched pot 30 years ago one time and haven't done it since.
I was actually talking to my coworker about this the other day because, believe it or not, maybe about 13 or 14 years ago, I was a massive fucking pothead. I know, hard to believe, right?
With
No,
that
really.
beard and that ponytail, hard to believe.
Yeah, I was a breakfast, lunch, and dinner guy for like 2 or 3 years. And all it took was one massive fucking panic attack, and then I never touched it again.
Aw.
That's all it took for me anyway, but I've always been that way, where if I realize I'm starting to get like too deep into something, I'll just cut it off completely and fuck the consequences, you know?
Just like Warhammer.
Yeah. Especially Warhammer. I was in the area the other day, and I didn't even bother going into the fucking store that I always go to. I was like, they don't have anything that I want. I'm not going in there.
I
I
mean,
wonder how Custody sales are going.
They have retreads of old Black Library books.
What?
Well,
Why do you think I go with 3D printed BattleTech minis?
that's what surprised the hell out of me the last time that I went in there was how fucking empty it was, and all the new shit was still sitting on the shelves. Normally, anytime a hardcover would come out, that shit would be gone before I could get there, like a day later. And then they had stuff from like months ago. And you know, I know we've beaten this horse to death, but it's that the excitement isn't there anymore. For people like me that were spending loads of fucking money. It's gone. It's evaporated. And they're going to have to seriously overhaul some shit to bring that back.
But they're not going to.
They're not going to. Yeah, I know.
Well, the excitement isn't completely gone. You know, you talked about beating horses, and Bosch probably heard that.
Jesus Christ.
You're going to make
How does that help GW?
Wait, what? I heard two things.
I was just making a joke about how does that help GW? But then again, they do have those new horse models.
It might. You never know.
But I mean, just look at what they are doing. The releases for in the preview that went up. The books. It's double legal. It's a 20-year later sequel to Double Eagle. It's a limited edition for the Outer Dark, and they are just skinning old books, reskinning them, re-releasing them, new special edition, new sequel to a 20-year-old book, 25-year-old book. They don't have. They don't have.
It's like they look at Bethesda. It's like they looked at Bethesda and said, "You know, we really like what you did with Skyrim."
Yes, and also it's like they don't have an idea where to take the setting. They decided to move the timeline forward, and then they are stuck.
Well, I can tell you right now, I'm not touching that next fucking End in the Death book. I can't do it anymore. I'm done. I can't. I don't have that FOMO drive anymore.
I mean, I will get the hardback because I have all the other hardbacks.
Damn it, Metro! I was trying to stay strong, and you had to fuck it up for me.
Listen, Paige, I still haven't read the 3 End of the Dead book and the Death books.
You keep making him choke.
Why are you being a consumer? Just consume. Just buy the slop, Metro. Just buy the slop.
I told already to Shadow, I will read it, and if there are female custodians in it, I will burn the fucking book.
Okay, that's acceptable. All right. That way you can
actually, yeah, and film it.
Will do.
Hell yeah.
You know how many views you would get? I'm gonna steal that idea. I'm gonna get those views. Fuck you.
Make sure to buy it like secondhand or something.
Well, I'm gonna buy 2
And then when
copies.
they're like, haha, you still bought it. You still gave GW money, and it's like, bitch, it's secondhand.
I'll buy 2. I'll burn 1 and I'll keep the other one.
Damn it, there goes my plan.
Crucify it.
Oh my gosh.
Crucify the book.
I'm gonna buy a little. I do have some wood left.
And burn the cross. Oh, I will put it into the front.
No.
No, just do a stake. Like, just burn it at the stake.
Wear a bed sheet while you do that.
That would not look that would not look good here. That
was. Why do you think I suggested it?
I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah,
That'll
go
get
to
me in
Louisiana or Alabama and do that there.
Oh, wait, you could barbecue it. Just throw it on the grill.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, charcoal grill.
I like the idea. I just can't get away with it.
How about a smoker?
Eh.
Like smoking a brisket.
Fuck me. God damn it. Fuck, what was
Well,
the-
see, that's not here, so somebody has to step up.
I'm trying to figure out. There was something else going on the other day that I didn't even want to get involved with the Warhammer shit. And I can't even remember what it was at this point. I've seen so many of the same recycled arguments. I don't even bother anymore.
I can't think of anything other than the female Space Marines thing today.
I was trying to find it. I mean, yeah, that didn't even last that long. That person put that fucking rage bait post up, and then it was gone. Like,
Thanos snap.
Yeah, I think by the time Bo's quote retweet hit like 600 likes and completely ratioed the guy, it was deleted.
no, I mean, even the original Facebook post for it is gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No,
Amazing.
I found it about 2 or 3 hours ago. So
Oh, it's still there?
let me look for it.
Yeah, double check.
Like me and CDAT were talking about, it's funny that they decided to use a cosplay from communist Russia.
Nope. I'm not saying nothing. Oh, that's interesting. Ring doorbell is reportedly warning people when ICE is in their neighborhood.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Aiding and abetting.
Wait,
Yeah.
Aiding and abetting.
Well, the only reason I even said anything the other day is if I hadn't driven by and seen like 7 SUVs and a group of dudes wearing tactical gear in a parking lot, that's kind of suspicious.
with shorts.
Nah, these dudes, none of these guys, let me put it this way. None of these people look like diversity hires. Let me put it that way. There were some
they were going to kick some ass.
There were some pretty serious looking guys. And then my wife was like, I can't see because she was having eye problems. She's like, what is it? And I was like, I'm pretty sure that's immigration. Which it may have been because I went into the grocery store right after work on that same exact day and like my grocery store was empty. So
Oh shit. Yeah. Went to Aldi's the other day to like get some food. Yeah, it was like mostly quiet.
yeah, you've got all these people that are fucking hiding. The page may be broken. The link you followed may be broken, or the page may have been removed.
Well, but it's there. Does it work for you or?
Hold on, I can try it on my phone.
Because I can't copy the direct link to the. Maybe.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around the irony of breaking the law to get into the country and then buying an app and security system to keep other people from committing crimes against you.
Well, that's
Here, I found the permalink.
okay. He found it. Fuck, it's still
That's
there.
from
Oh
a
wait,
dog
hold on.
link.
How many? Oh, I can't. How many laugh reacts does it have? I can't tell. I can tell the laugh reacts are winning, but I can't see how many.
76 laugh reacts, 84 likes, 29 brownie faces, 11 hearts, 2 hugs, 1 donut face, and 1 crying face.
Donut?
Yeah, the hugs and donuts are new to me.
Femboy Stoties is my new favorite thing.
I mean, hey, I'd take that because at least they're still boys.
I just realized that fucking breastplate has a fucking hammer and sickle on it.
Yeah, and the chainsword, it says friendship in Russian.
That's funny. And to all the people that just saw my email address, I'm just telling you that that doesn't work anymore. Sorry.
Don't worry, chat. I tried it out.
I haven't been in college for a very long time, so.
So what happens when somebody takes over your Facebook?
Nothing, because I don't even use that shit anymore.
Damn.
Same.
You don't use the Fashy Lizard Man app?
Look, I went and tried to look at it the other day just to see what people I know were up to, and all I saw was fucking crying from lefties. Just nonstop in my feed, and I was like, yep.
I only log on now to check like 2 specific groups for like news and stuff, and that's it. Like, the most of my feed is deserted because who even uses the app anymore? And what little activity there is just people crying.
Yep. Every now and again, I'll go into like heresy posting to steal memes, but that's about it.
I mean, I only use Facebook to video chat my family, and that's all.
Because of you, I've started to try and learn Hungarian. Just so I
Good,
can say...
good fucking luck with that.
so I can start... so I can say bad words. That's what I'm doing.
Oh.
I can teach you bad words
Dodge the
very
censors.
easily, but if you want to learn the grammar, the Hungarian grammar, it's out there with the Finnish.
Oh, all right, never mind then. Too much work.
Hey, it can't be any worse than how English sounds to the rest of the world.
English.
I mean, English is fucking easy, so that's why it's so widespread, and also that because of the British.
It reminds me of the fucking short that I saw the other day talking about how the immigration memes are getting worse. And it was some like big Mexican dude at the door responding to ICE knocking on the door. And then they're like, "How many states are there?" And he's like, 50. Who's the top female artist in the United States? And he's like, Taylor Swift. And they're like, say Walmart. He's like, say Walmart. Wait, hang on. Walmart. And they like kick the fucking door in.
Oh my gosh. Rest in pieces.
That's the type of shit I would do. Just because I don't give a shit, even though my family is Mexican. But who cares? I'm one of the bad ones, apparently.
In the family or in general?
On the internet.
Oh, I can't remember where they're from, but I remember back in high school, one of my music classmates loved talking to their family, and our parents were friends, and their grandparents had come over from somewhere down south and did the work like they were supposed to. And it was so funny because they would get so, like, her parents would get so mad when talking about the illegals. And you figure this was like a good 15 years ago even. And they were like, it's such an insult to the people who did the work.
Fuck me.
No thanks.
What's wrong?
Not you. I'm trying to figure out how to fucking fix this stupid fucking... Oh, there it is. I got it. I fixed it.
What did you do?
I broke my chat box again. Oh, you know.
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah, well, now I fixed it. I think. I'm pretty sure I fixed it. And I can't see it because my fucking camera is in the way of everything.
You need a third monitor.
There. I do, actually. I was actually going to get another one just like the ones that I have, and fucking Asus doesn't even sell those fuckers anymore. Which doesn't make any sense, because they were like $600 monitors at the time.
Well, then you need 3 new monitors.
No.
Just so that you don't have any software issues.
I mean, technically, my entire rig is all Asus parts. So, that's actually pretty close to the truth.
Then 3 new Asus monitors will help with that.
Bro, those things are like $1,000 a piece now. No. I can easily spend that money on a chopping
On
stick,
dog food.
whatever you call
On
those
dog
things.
food. On dog food.
Don't even get me started on fucking dog food.
Cleaver?
I bought dog food yesterday. I had to order that shit from Amazon. It was like $100 for fucking bag of food and some cat food.
I used to be able to get this
How much
great
of a
pack
supply?
of food from Costco for like wet cat food, and ever since the pandemic, they just stopped carrying it.
It was like 30 pounds of dog food and like 40 cans of cat food.
You feed your cats wet food?
Well, one of my cats
Fucking
is
spoiled.
diabetic, so I don't really have a choice.
Yeah, mine's got an old kittenhood injury and requires wet.
Yeah, it's the only thing that doesn't send him into fucking, like, diabetic shock.
Oh,
How many days of food? Babe, how long does 30 pounds of dog food last us? 2 weeks?
A week.
A week? A week.
damn.
Holy shit.
What about
And I wasn't off the mark.
the cat food? Well, the cat food lasts about 2 weeks, yeah. Oh, yeah. About 1.5 to 2 weeks. Oh, yeah, you're right. But yeah, our dog food bill obviously went up, for those that don't know, because of the fat bastard that's sleeping in the corner in the webcam. That also
Aw.
happens to be my dog.
And what about the price of eggs?
I don't give a fuck about eggs. I don't even eat eggs.
I love how the libs all of a sudden care about groceries being pricey.
Yeah.
And it's not even as pricey as they say in many areas.
Yeah, eggs here are like $5 a carton or some shit.
Yeah.
How big
I'm
is
like,
your
where are you
carton?
getting your math, and why do you care now? Oh, that's right, we had an inauguration.
Yeah, but that's what I was talking about earlier, that they will never, ever, 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 even if this ends up being a good thing, they'll never admit that they were wrong.
Nope.
And that's... I brought this up, and I know I'm going backwards, but I brought it up with the Yasuke shit, because I sat through, and there was like an archive of a bunch of professors emailing back and forth talking about the whole situation. And the overwhelming theme coming out of these college professors, you know, professor of history, professor of anthropology, blah, 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 is all of them were like, well, we don't really agree with this, but we don't want to say anything because we don't want to offend anybody.
Oh, please.
Because if we debunk this, then we're siding with the racists type shit. That was an overwhelming sentiment coming from these college professors and why they haven't spoken up.
I cannot imagine being the type of person who's like, yes, I will shelve the truth because it means I temporarily agree with people I don't like.
Yeah. And that's what I'm seeing with the Hassan argument, now that he and fucking Ethan Klein are beefing. Or he. is that's why he just keeps getting more and more. Why Hassan keeps getting more and more and more extreme is because if he says something his audience disagrees with, they'll fucking crucify him. And they have before.
Aren't they like awful to him when they meet him in person? That's what I heard.
Well,
to be frank, Hassan deserves it.
Yeah, he does. But a lot of the ones end up being far more extreme than he is. Like that time he was in Australia or whatever, and he was drinking some soda, and some girl ran up to him and was like, no, you can't drink that. We're boycotting that. You need to throw that away. I can't believe you would buy that.
Ah, yes, because he can read minds.
But yeah, and then, of course, once Ethan Klein, they had their show together, and Ethan Klein comes out as, hey, I support Israel. They were like, oh, he's the Antichrist. And yeah, Shadow says that. He's also awful to them when he meets them. Yeah, that's also true. He does not fucking like his fans. He's just like, give me money, and that's about it. Don't talk to me, don't acknowledge me.
It's a perfect abusive relationship.
I can't believe that he and Hogg and Harry Sisson and all of them are the types of guys that the left are pointing to as, look, they'll help us get the young male vote back.
Nah.
Oh.
That's how out of touch these people are. It is objectively hurting them. And they don't even realize it. The same thing. And this blows my fucking mind. That when all this shit popped off with Destiny and fucking leaking nudes and all this other shit that he's been doing. Notice I said been doing. Now that he's actually facing the consequences for it, you have all these people saying, oh, well, we can't criticize him because we need him to save democracy. Who the fuck says that? In no way, shape, or form is Destiny fucking saving democracy and the libs from the evil right. It's not happening. And I'm sorry, if Destiny's your best hope, you guys are fucked.
I mean, that's kind of sad.
Kinda?
Kinda, yes. That they think that Destiny, the Goon Goblin, is their only hope in saving democracy. When Destiny is nothing really.
Dude,
it's Destiny is a nobody. His only talent lie in talking fast and reading Wikipedia.
They genuinely believe it. They believe it.
Well, then they are in for a rude awakening. Because Destiny can debate, in parentheses, on the internet with midwits when between them there is the internet, and on one monitor he can read the Wikipedia article, and on the other monitor he can face the opposition. But in any live debate situation, he's just an annoying, loud midwit. That ultimately cooks himself. Because he doesn't know what he's talking about.
They don't care.
He's just
like I hate to say it.
He's one of them. They don't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yes, but that's the problem with any small community. That yes, he might be good within that small community, but outside he has no pull. Outside, people look at him and laugh at him, and point at him that, see, that's the bad example that you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And if they think that Destiny will be the savior, no, he won't be. And he will just give them a bad name.
That's
one other savior is going to be Voss being run by a white horse.
Oh God.
That's or just
think about what Destiny has hanging over his head. the revenge porn, the federal crimes that other streamers from the debate cycle committed that he didn't report.
Oh,
That
yeah.
would also justify as aiding and abetting.
Yeah, his 20 other streamers that he knows of that should get in trouble for the same thing.
Yes. Yes, and not to mention the other shit that still hasn't came out. But it's there. Because if he's swapping nudes of unsuspecting women with other streamers and with his Discord kittens, who knows what the fuck is there?
Hate that term,
Because-
Discord kittens.
Because the man is ultimately a nihilist. Nothing matters so long as he gets off.
Yeah.
And this mindset justifies anything from very young to very not human.
Yeah. No, I agree. And that's why I always laugh whenever I see his cult, because that's almost what it is, sitting there talking shit about, the MAGA people. It's like, you people are exactly the same. Destiny can do no wrong. It doesn't matter what he does. You have no room to talk about anybody else when you're literally doing the exact same thing with this whole fucking cult of personality shit.
I mean, the only difference between Destiny and Wash is that Wash actively campaigns for ethical CP. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
Wash says it. Destiny doesn't.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Jesus Christ. I completely forgot about that. Yeah.
And if it was a one-time occurrence, we can say that he spoke out of turn. But Wash always speaks about it, along with the horses. So you have to think about it. Why is he talking about it? And the only difference between Wash and Destiny is that Wash is talking about it.
Yeah.
But Destiny is the very same nihilist, very same stochastic terrorist that Wash is.
Yeah, no, you're right. And, it's funny because that whole horse porn folder thing actually, I mean, it did kind of tank Vosh. I don't think he's ever actually fully recovered from that, which makes me wonder how Tiny's going to do it, considering his community was fucking burning to the ground over this. I mean, you're still going to have the hardcore people that are going to stay no matter what, but, when you're a good chunk of your audience is saying, yeah, this is fucked up, I'm out, all he can do is just fucking edgy, like I said, edgy meme through the pain and just pretend that it didn't happen.
And double down, and double down, and double down, and double down until he's broke, or until he's like Bossman Jack, or until he's prison, like Bossman Jack.
Yeah. And that's, I
That's ultimately what Destiny will end up like.
I had no problem talking shit about the Orbiter people, and I'm not naming names, but the people that were like, oh, well, he's always been like this, and, it's
You mean
just how
Connor
he-
and his wife?
That doesn't
God damn
Connor
it,
and his
make it
wife.
better.
fucking Metro. I'm always trying to be fucking low-key about this, and Metro just has to fucking out me every single time.
Listen, if we are going to talk shit about somebody, go in feet first without lube.
I
Feet first.
Yes.
I still
Yeah, you got to wear the colon as hip waders.
like Connor for the most part. I don't agree with a lot of the shit that he says or does now, but I think he can pull himself out of the trap.
But first, he has to pull his head out of his ass, and that's not happening.
Yeah, yeah. But that's just my personal opinion. I don't give a shit anymore. Like about. I genuinely tried listening to Destiny and understanding the liberal side of things when it comes to all this, and listening to his orbiters and all that. I can't do it anymore, dude. I can't.
But Destiny is not a liberal.
Well, I mean, even the leftists that he was talking to, like actual liberals, and I'm like, I can't align myself with that side anymore, just because it's so plain to see that a lot of these people would just throw their principles out the window to say whatever they think is going to get them the most attention. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't do that. I'm gonna if I feel a certain way about something, I'm gonna stick by it.
What do you think? Why is Hassan in a maid cafe at the moment in Japan? Because that gets used.
Yeah. I gotta respect, who was it? Fucking Kai Sanat? Kai? Whatever the fuck. About him doubling down about fucking kicking a robot around. And he was just like, I don't care. It's a robot. I'm like, alright, I respect that. At least you said you don't give a shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm just looking forward when the robot starts kicking back.
I mean, I get it. It looked really fucking weird, but he doesn't see that as being a problem. So he's like, I don't give a shit. All right, fair enough. You don't give a shit. But that's, going back to Connor, even though I like Connor. Connor, if you watch this, I still like you. Like, when all that shit went down with Progressive Victory and it came out that he was working with them and he was like, yeah, I'm going to work with them because they pay me. I mean, fair enough. Yeah, at least you said it. I don't like it, but you admitted it.
And now he's running from...
I'm not running from anywhere. I'm sitting right here. I had to throw something away.
You just went off camera.
Yeah. And, we had that, what was it? That video that came out about all the fucking Warhammer creators and how they're all shit. It's like, I've never branded myself as a 40K channel. I've never done that. I'm just a guy that happens to like 40K. And then the last video that I did about that fucking commie that was talking about how 40K needs to change, somebody comes on there and he's like, you're not a 40K channel, you're a right-wing channel. And I'm like, I guess. What happened with Progressive Victory? So for a while there, Counterpoints was touting himself as conservative, and then it came out that he was canvassing with Progressive Victory for Biden. And people were like, how are you branding yourself a conservative when you're actively working with liberals against everything that conservatism stands for? And then he removed conservative from his name and became like authoritarian centrist or something, whatever. But yeah, a lot of these people weren't saying that they were working with Progressive Victory until they got caught working with Progressive Victory. That's kind of what happened. And then people started saying something like, wait a minute, this is antithetical to what you're saying you believe in.
Oh, if that part's true. I don't know hardly anything about Connor, but I don't like him.
Man, that's fair. I'm not saying anybody has
Can't
to like
stand
him.
Can't stand authoritarians.
So, and it'll be interesting to see because they're the two biggest people that PV had were Destiny and Hutch, or Hutchinson. Those two are their money makers right there. And it's like, now what do you do with
Oh,
half that
Brianna
duo?
Wu.
Who? What?
Not Brianna Wu.
No. Wu actually only worked with PV for like a couple months. And then I guess they couldn't work together or something, and then Wu bailed, so it's
Just
people,
like always.
it was the main ones were like Destiny and Hutchinson, and then like Not So Erudite, and I think Wick TV is another one, and then Loner Box is another one, and they're if it's a leftist streamer that has somewhat of a following, they're probably working with PV. Vosh was another one. Vosh was there whenever they were doing their canvassing stuff. The only one that wasn't there that I don't think is involved in all that is Hassan. Because Hassan doesn't need any of that shit. Which
Hassan, he could fight Sam Hyde. Or Sam Hyde.
Which I did think it was funny that Hassan had his own personal booth at the Democratic National Convention and ended up getting kicked out for being too extreme or too radical or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Sucks to suck.
Well, you forget that the old base of the the old donor base of the Democrats were the Jewish upper middle class and upper class in the eastern coast, and they really dislike the rhetoric that Hassan and his moderators and his audience views.
I still haven't watched Ethan Klein put out a 2-hour video about him that I still haven't watched. But apparently it was bad enough for now he's like, I wouldn't say he's hiding, but he's like, I'm not touching that.
Wait, you want to watch a 2-hour video on Hassan Piker? What's wrong with you?
I'll watch a 2-hour video of somebody shitting on Hassan Piker, yes.
That's 2 hours too many.
I'm just saying. I mean, but I think I lost the plot on my original point.
Wait, literally?
No, not literally.
I mean, you'd spend your time better if you just went through the highlights of Hassan's thread on the farms.
He has his own thread?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to touch that.
So
Let me check.
I already made the mistake of looking at Destiny's fucking Kiwi Farms thread, and I've been fucking psychologically scarred.
You haven't been to Horror Fats.
No. I don't want anything to do with that. I don't have an autistic enough attention span to read a fucking Kiwi Farms thread on Hassan Piker. I just don't.
Yeah, no. The first experience I had with Kiwi Farms was on. I don't know if you guys know this name, Goonie the Clown.
Ooh.
Fuck,
Sounds like I don't want to know.
Listen, Hassan's thread is not that long. It's just 370 pages or so.
That's 370 pages too long.
I mean, listen, you can vote through the highlights and you get the highest voted comments, and also there is a pretty religiously updated OP at every thread. I mean, just for comparison, Mars Girl, the Kikwik creator, 420 pages or so. And Destiny, 1200 plus.
Shadow, do me a favor. Since
Yep.
you're here now, can you see if like
What
the
am I
super can you see if the super chats are back on my fucking channel now? Are they there?
I'm not sending you a super chat, but I'll see if it's an option.
No, you'll see it. It looks like a little $sign or some shit on there. I haven't checked
I am
it since
not-
they remonetized me.
I'm not seeing the option to super chat. I can add emotes. I can spam things. I can chat, but I cannot see a super chat option.
There is no super chat option.
Damn
And
it!
Easy,
You are
just for
muted.
comparison, you want to know how long Nick's thread is on the farms?
Oh, I had to enable it, motherfuckers. What?
Oh,
How long? What?
Almost 8,000 pages.
jeez.
I'm not touching that either.
So listen, Hassan with his, I don't know, 370 pages, completely doable.
Yeah, no. Nope. Not doing it. But yeah, now it's back on. So next time, once we finally get the 50 plus people watching again, because we're talking about Warhammer, now it's back on.
I mean, we could also talk about Ditch Crusade or Ditch Jihad.
I don't want to talk about that shit.
Aw.
I mean, they fucked off the blue sky, so
Yeah, valid. We could
Good
talk about
riddance.
Helldivers.
Yes.
I
I mean,
genuinely... Go ahead, Metro.
it's just funny. It's just funny that they add effectively cavalry to a skirmish game.
Oh, the hussars that you put.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Also, not only that, and I think this is a point that Metro made. Why isn't it a fucking horse? Why is it a motorcycle?
Rule
And
of
also,
cool.
why is it on a motorcycle that is from the 40s and not from the time period that in a brutalist realistic art style it has? You would imagine it should have.
But plus,
Also,
like,
if it's from-
just in terms
Sorry,
of resources, in the setting, I can believe Warhammer having like, oh, we're gonna have a Space Marine Legion that's on motorcycles. Like, sure, whatever. But considering the time period they picked for Ditch Jihad and resources and stuff, why? Like, it seems like having an entire squadron of motorcycle riders is like, wouldn't that be a bit of a luxury? Like when you've got to worry about fuel for your tanks and stuff.
Yeah, that's the point I made on Metro's post about it, where it's like, okay, so French Crusade appears to be, from what I remember, like squad-based combat, under the wire, or like out of position, and you've got like two groups who have been like shell-shocked and like they've spent all their ammo or most of their ammo, and they're like fighting over scraps. Like it's not full army engagements; it's a bunch of motherfuckers in the trenches. Okay, that's cool. You're telling me that
It's
they would
more
have...
time in World War One.
Yeah, exactly. So you're telling me that you would have some... Why would you send out a motorcycle, which not only needs fuel, but also repair parts? It also is not necessarily going to be very effective, having to jump all over the trenches, and like... Why
Oh
not
my
use a
God.
horse, which only needs feed? What?
Oh my god.
What?
What funny thing did you find?
Did you go on the Kiwi farms?
It sounds like it's not funny.
You went on the farms.
Oh,
Oh no.
did you find the noodles and beef page?
No. Assassin's Creed Shadows has added a non-binary Ronin that you can recruit.
What?
What the fuck?
So you did find some. So you did find something funny.
Okay,
What
Ubisoft
the
will
hell?
die. Ubisoft will die.
Well, see, like, the thing I don't like, Japan does have some of the elements that they do enjoy. Like, you had what were effectively cross-dressers, because you would basically have exiled samurai would steal women's clothing because they liked colorful clothing, or older samurai men having coitus with younger samurai men. But they had to force in the black dude and the non-binary shit, because Americans.
Well, it's sort of like how they keep misunderstanding how Greece was Like it wasn't as simple as, oh, they were LGBTQ, and it's like, no, not in the modern sense.
Yeah, like Metatron likes to phrase it. Yes, they would have gay sex. They would not go Gilgamesh and Enkidu. Yes, they would do gay sex. Gilgamesh would not introduce Enkidu as this is my boyfriend. Alexander the Great would not introduce his Eros as this is my boyfriend. It would be someone who's a close male confidant that you happen to engage in syphilis exchange with, which is not the modern understanding of it.
And they wouldn't have neo pronouns.
God no. God no.
Bigots.
Wow.
Bigots.
I can't. I can't.
These people really do hate Japan, don't they?
Yeah.
I just think that they hate money in general.
I'm starting
at
to
this
think
point.
so.
But listen, look at the bright side. Ubisoft will die. Tencent will buy it up. And then we'll have Chinese slop. And not this French slop.
Yeah.
Cards on the table.
And also, Weezy, your Ghost of Tsushima, it doesn't have a sequel.
No, I know.
The studio
Indiana Jones does.
that made it, the people who made that game, are not there anymore. I had to go through this with Rocksteady because they made that goddamn looter shooter abomination, kill the Justice League.
Suicide Squad.
But those people that made the Batman games that I still have on my PC, that I still replay from time to time, are not there. Not there anymore. Have nothing to do with what Rocksteady is doing, and Rocksteady is a dead studio. Just like CDPR is dead. It was always the case in the gaming industry. Great creatives come together, make a cool game. They got after the success, they get cash. They get settled with executives. They get settled with HR, and then they leave, and they make a new studio. And the original studio makes a lackluster sequel. And the gamers are outraged and then move on.
Okay, alright. So behind your diploma, I looked for each of the boxes. That was the only one that was close to Prague, and none of them had necklace.
I just heard diploma and frog out of that.
What the hell?
They are making the frogs gay.
I think he left. I was waiting to see if there was any more to that conversation, but
Damn.
So the cycle that haunted gaming since its inception repeats even today.
well, yeah.
I mean, just look at BioWare. They made a game that, in the title, had the name Dragon Age. It was not Dragon Age. It had nothing to do with the previous installment of the Dragon Age franchise. It was just made by the same studio, but not the same people. And it flopped, and everybody was in the wind. So
if you look at the Dragon Age Veilguard subreddit, the very first thing that pops up is finally being exposed to Veilguard hate, and it's the biggest load of BS I've ever seen. So sad this Another one. So sad this beautiful game received so much unfounded hate.
Oh, please.
So it's either people bitching that people hate the game, or people saying how much they love the game. And they're...
Well, they didn't love it enough to make it successful.
Which game is it? I had to step away to take care of something.
Did you find the diploma?
Or the frog?
Oh wait, did I not mute? Shit, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought I clicked the mute button. No, my brother, he forgot something, and I had to find it for him. And evidently, I didn't find it, so he sent me back, and it wasn't there.
It's your fault.
Siblings. Fuck you. So yeah, what are we talking about again?
Frog diplomas.
A diploma about being a frog? That sounds simple.
Hey, who's that? Oh, Atlas is here. I didn't realize that. Hello.
Yeah, been here.
I'm trying to find the fucking...
You do not have the voice I would
And
expect.
Atlas is really high too.
I did expect
Hey,
it.
it's best. Yeah.
Sorry to derail things, Combat.
What? No, I'm looking for something.
I'll flatulate. Oh,
Things
okay.
were never
I'll pull
on the rails, so
I'll pull a ditch jihad and self-crucify.
make it on the front lawn and light the cross on fire.
So, to answer the
Metro-
question of...
I
of where I was getting that from about the non-binary Ronin. Apparently, the art book for Assassin's Creed Shadows has leaked.
Oh.
So
Was it written by Alana Pierce also after the cookbook?
I don't know, but now everybody and their mom is talking about it, and that was the first thing that I saw. So, yeah. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I mean, I'm glad.
Well, don't worry, Combat. The Chinese will replace American gaming in 20 years.
And we all know how much they love Japanese people.
We also know how much they love things
Yeah.
like freedom.
Yeah, okay.
And right.
I'll just pretend that everything that's come out about China is just Western propaganda about how awful China is, and it's totally not that way at all.
Yes, because you
No.
you talk to two Chinese on a CCP controlled social media app.
They told
And
me
they
it
said
was a
that-
lie.
Tiananmen Square.
Yeah, no. What was it? Xiaohongshu. Like everyone on Xiaohongshu shows how amazing China is. It's
What
great.
the-
It's a great country.
What's a Chao Hongshu?
Little red book. It's basically like after TikTok was threatened to get banned, it was like an Instagram alternative that has in its terms of service. This is a propaganda arm of the Chinese government.
There's an American stream, Shadow. We speak American.
We speak the
Little Red Book.
rockers.
Not doggo.
This is Little Red Book. Wait a minute, you're Mexican. Why are you saying that? I'm supposed to say that.
Hey, I told you, I'm only Mexican when it counts.
Yeah,
If I'm
right
gonna-
now.
If they're gonna deport me, I'm white. They're not gonna deport me.
I'm Brad Pitt's character. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's the white card.
Yeah, I use
No,
my
he doesn't. No, I'm
white
taking it away
privilege.
from you. You don't got the blue eyes white privilege though.
Like how the Irish didn't count as white until the wokes decided that, you know, you didn't actually have to be guilty of racism and colonization.
Look, I'm just saying, my favorite thing to ever come out of this entire argument was I think it may have been Shadow that even fucking created that term. Woko Haram?
What?
Wait, which one? Wait, what term?
Woko Haram.
Boko Haram. What the fuck? That sounds like some shit I'd come up with, but at the same time, I was probably too fucking schizo at the time to remember what I said.
Well, either way,
There are times where you're not schizo?
Whoever came up with
And-
it is.
When I'm sleeping.
And Weezy is
Wait, what?
touching his
Hold on.
dolls.
Ow. Yeah, no, I had
Actually, right now I'm painting a coffee mug.
I had to steal something from one of my Imperial fists. Which, okay, hold on. Hold on. I have something to say. I made a tiny joke whenever everybody was talking about the whole fucking, which Warhammer character are you? And I made a joke about saying that, Cephas Cain, because I got Cephas Cain, that's fine, because I think certain people deserve a bolt round. I had fucking autists in my replies going, actually, Cephas Cain or Cephas Cain uses a las pistol, so what you said is incorrect. And I was like, motherfucker, I made a general Warhammer reference. Huh?
I was
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Fucking autist.
Hey, I'm schizo, not autistic. I have not been medically diagnosed. Fuck you.
And I was like, yes, I know. I was making a general Warhammer reference about how people suck.
And why does that preclude him from picking one up and using it?
Thank you.
He picked it up because it looked shiny.
Or
It's
he
like,
told, or he told somebody else to fucking shoot him. I don't fucking know.
Or Amberly was like, I'm gonna withhold sex unless you shoot someone with a bolt pistol. That's also possible.
It'd be like saying, oh, Tybros can only use his claws. Like, he has hands. He can use whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, he's got teeth.
Exactly.
Yeah, but outside of Shadow,
Except
it
apparently
was basically people that are on the left side of things that were trying to get an easy own because I didn't say las pistol. I was like,
Autist.
I don't fucking care. All right.
Yet they'll defend Shane's whole like Lupercal bullshit.
Yeah, no. I was like, I haven't made some
Horus
Warhammer
Lupercal.
content in a while, and I was like, I kind of want to make a video about the importance of the Horus Heresy to the setting. And then I realized I would have to go into serious detail as to why it matters. And I didn't feel like catching that fade from people that have no idea what they're talking about. So I just abandoned the idea because I was like, I already know what's going to happen if I put this out there.
You should make a video about why Horus likes pizza on pineapple. Pineapple pizza.
Well, it's because he's a heretic. That's the answer.
If I'm going to do that, then I have to go down the whole garlic bread route. And I really...
Oh, that'd be funny.
I really don't want to do that.
Oh, Queasy, that'd be funnier than shit.
I know. And I don't know if I want to rekindle that flame again for fucking
It would be funny though.
2.5 fucking weeks of people arguing about garlic bread.
How about
And then the Wokies completely misunderstanding the context.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because they're retarded.
Nova, come here, no-nos. Come here. There
Wait,
he
is he
is.
getting a dog or a cat?
It's a cat.
Aw, kitty.
It's a meow. My old man.
Okay, I found the personality clip for the non-binary character. So this is Ibuki. Free-spirited, rebellious, yet joyful by nature. This recruitable ally, it's a little blurry, is a solitary ronin who came from a clan of obedient samurai, but now follows a unique moral compass. They are well-trained and excel in combat, but always felt constrained by the strict rules and stoicism of the samurai class. Typically clad in a classic kimono and hakama pants, Ibuki harbors a deep reverence for poetry, art, and nature.
You mean the things that the samurai class fucking loved?
I'm like, is this just an employee self-inserting?
Unironically.
Probably.
Like, this person sounds like they never fucking picked up a book about Japanese. Like, yes, they were a bunch of savage killers, but they also liked poetry and art, you fucking autists.
Oh my god.
I'm a Ronin because I think samurai are strict.
Yeah, like, and these people also probably don't know what a Ronin actually was. It was someone who was thrown out of their clan. It is the, like, you would not want to be a Ronin.
Or their lord died.
And it's very clearly either a woman or one of the most like feminine guys I've seen in a while.
Well, yeah, that's what non-binary is. It's a woman with no skills.
With no riz and aura.
That as well. That as well. Shit, I like. You know, I never really interacted with Atlas, but I like Atlas. Atlas is nice.
Fucking
Right?
femboys.
Oh, Atlas.
Exactly. No, that's why I avoided him a lot, honestly, because I don't like femboys on principle. But you know, he's chill. He's one of the good ones.
Oh, you know it's annoying too. Like, this character has sort of that woman like, I'm tough sneer.
Oh God.
Atlas, how many times have you been called a pick me?
About, let me see, about like 20 or more times.
Those are rookie numbers. You need to up those numbers.
Yeah, look at like RuneSong. How many times have you been called to pick me?
Less than Atlas. Definitely
Really?
less than
You're a
for
woman.
Marzana. Well, I've been called to pick me like
Well-
once or twice. I've been called a man's sock account. And I've also been called 300 pounds with a soy boy boyfriend. So, I mean, at
Whatever.
least they made me straight,
Whatever, birther.
right?
Birthing person.
With an extra hole.
Bonus hole.
Bonus
happer.
hole.
Yeah. See, at
One
least-
of the
at least
insults
they
I got from Wokehammer was, fuck, what's that one political YouTuber that is like trans and like guns? What was her name?
Blair White.
Yeah, been
no.
called a Blair White fan.
I mean,
Easy. How do you pronounce the name of the ninja lady that you're also supposed to play in this?
isn't it like Naui or Nao or Now? One of those?
Think so.
Mayo?
It's Naoe. No.
Yeah, I'm trying to read some of these other descriptions. Like they've got like your typical I steal from the rich and give it back to the poor.
I'm telling
I
you.
hate that. I fucking, oh my fucking
I'm telling
God,
you.
I hate that. I absolutely hate that.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna say it. I don't give a shit if all these people go out of fucking business and they have to go on unemployment. Fuck them. I'm sick of it.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so
So
sick
here-
of the fucking
here's their-
preaching. I'm sick of it.
Here's their little
About
rascal
time you joined the club.
recruit. Genojo. Impulsive, charming, and reckless, Genojo plays the classic Robin Hood role as a thief who robs the rich blind, gives the loot to the poor, and delights in wreaking general chaos throughout his home province of Yamashiro. Recruitable as an ally in What's-Her-Face's and Yasuke's league, he tries to find more constructive ways to silence his personal demons. So he's
That's
Robin
not-
Hood because he's got issues.
But that's also not
It
what
sounds
Robin
more
Hood
like a
did.
fan fiction.
Robin Hood,
Yes.
Robin Hood stole from unlawful government taxation without, like, not even the fact that he was a king, but the fact that he was an illegitimate king. What the fuck? These
Like, that's
people-
getting so old that they don't understand that he was just getting their taxes back.
Yeah.
This
Well,
sounds-
it's because it's because it's intentional communist like redefining of the term, with Robin Hood representing rebellion against unlawful authority, and then they go, oh well, hold on, we want to be the unlawful authority, so let's shift it a little bit. It's the same thing with the nation of immigrants bullshit, where no, it's a nation of pioneers, and then they go, well, they came here, so that's immigrant, and then blah, 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 and then it comes to get rid of your borders, big, and a brown kid cried.
My favorite new comeback for that is, the Native Americans had open borders.
Yeah, they did. Actually, no, they did. It's just they did. Because they didn't have visas. Now, they did have, sabers and spears and bows and arrows, but that's kind of a different point.
Literally.
Oh, here's another self-insert character. Not as bad as the non-binary one, but
Do I have to see it?
no, I have no idea how to pronounce his first
Oh,
name,
no,
so I'll just use his last name, Yagoro. Another recruitable shinobi ally, Yagoro comes from a mining village in Tamba. Cheerful and idealistic, he feels a strong sense of justice as well as a deep disdain for oppression. His response is to become a self-taught assassin, equipped with a hidden blade that he fashioned himself. Once recruited, he can gain formal training in the creed.
Sounds
So
more like
he's
fan
the assassin.
fiction.
So they made
God, this is
Yasuke
amazing.
just a dude, and the actual assassin is some idealistic, I hate oppression guy that you have to recruit specifically.
Also, doesn't this sound like a bad
There's-
D&D party?
It does.
Yes.
Like it really is just. He's like, I'm going to teach myself how to be an assassin instead of actually joining up with people who know the hell what it means.
Go ahead, Pug. Sorry for cutting you off.
There is nothing on fanfiction.net that is going to top how stupid this is going to be.
Yeah, this sounds like a full-on fan fiction, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, no. Do not fucking do not diss fanfiction, because there's good fanfiction out there, and then there's bad official content. Look at Has Been Hotel has all of the hallmarks of bad fanfiction, yet it's an official product. Versus something like the Lupercalian Redemption, which is fanfiction, but it's fucking Odyssean level good.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, you get the common repository and you get all the shit with it.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's annoying too. I'm noticing that aside from the non-binary character, all of these characters are some form of shinobi. So much for the samurai aspect.
Well, I mean, to be fair, shinobi was a job description. Like, you could have someone of the samurai class who was a shinobi. But, I mean, normies aren't really smart enough to understand that. So, I guess, yeah, you know what? Never mind. I take back my point. Ruth's right. I'm retarded.
Like, it fits more with the whole Assassin's Creed thing to have shinobi, but then why not just have your main character be shinobi and not, fluff up this whole thing about him being a samurai?
I think they've kind of shifted in that direction after all of this fucking bullshit that's popped up, to where now the female character is technically the main character and Yasuke is just a fucking brawler or whatever the fuck type of character.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I just thought of something fucking awesome they could have done with
When it
Yasuke
was
as the
reversed when it first announced.
I just thought of something. So imagine, right, like you have your, like, the woman's the main character. Okay, we can have a woman be the main lead of an Assassin's Creed game, whatever. You have Yasuke be the bodyguard of Oda Nobunaga. You have Oda Nobunaga be a Templar, and you have a boss fight against fucking Yasuke, and just have him be like an Atom Smasher level fucking just killer, because he would have been a effective combatant. He survived fighting either against the Mughals or for the Mughals. I can't remember which. But yeah, so he would be hyper lethal. That would be a fucking awesome late game boss fight. But instead, he's a main character in an Assassin's Creed game, but he can't be an assassin because he's like 6'6" black in a country of 5'3" yellows.
Oh yeah, that gameplay of him was just him fucking barreling through everybody and fucking things up.
Killing civilians as well, and destroying local monuments.
Another cool thing they could have done with Yasuke is take the real life history, alter a little bit as a bit of background, and then pick things up with him. Maybe do like a prologue level or something with it. That is where Nobunaga is killed, but instead of being captured, Yasuke escapes, and from there he becomes an assassin. And uh, and how he operates is that he just basically bounces around like he was with Nobunaga, a novelty retainer as a cover, and does his stuff that way.
Stop being sensible, Pug. He was the greatest samurai who ever lived. I literally saw a fucking page with thousands and thousands of people going, "Oh yeah," and I was like,
If he was such a great samurai, why is it even in Lockley's book? There, all of the potential routes for like. Cause I read Lockley's book and I fucking regret spending the money on it. Good read, horrible history. But like there's like a battle where we know after Oda Nobunaga's death, where we know Yasuke existed and he played a role in the fight. But then after that, we don't know what happened to him. If he was such a great fucking samurai, if he was such a great fucking warrior, why wasn't he brought in by one of the other warlords?
because he went with the Jesuits.
That's one theory. There's another theory that he became a fish.
Yeah.
Or a pirate. Like he is such a footnote that all we know about him is he presumably fought for or against the Mughals, I can't remember which, was bought by the Jesuits, was bought by Oda Nobunaga, was shown around by Oda Nobunaga, escaped the massacre of his clan, fought one final battle by the remnants of Oda Nobunaga's alliance, and then just disappeared from history. Again, sorry for cutting you off, Pug.
Oh no, I wasn't saying anything. I coughed a little.
Oh, sorry, I thought I cut you off. My bad.
Butter along.
Combat's going.
I'm not gone. I had to go unplug. Yeah, there would be zero problems if Lockley had presented his book as fiction rather than fact. Because now that it's...
Or speculation.
Or speculation, yes. And now there's an army of illiterates that will never dig any deeper and will just believe any sort of shit that people spout as fact, even though it's not. That's my problem. It's real easy to make up facts when there are no facts to begin with. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. And the thing is, like, I mean, there are moments in the book where he did say some certain definitives, like he, if I remember right, he straight up said that Yosuke was there for Oda Nobunaga's seppuku and actually helped his head get away from the site of the seppuku. If I remember right, it came out that no, Yasuke wasn't even near when that happened. It's been a while since like the whole thing went down, so I might be wrong. But for the most part, he did try to keep things within speculation. He was like, oh well, he may have been born here. We're not sure, and we don't exactly know what his early childhood looked like. But given other anthropological,
right? But look what
anthropological. Like research, this is presumably what his life looks like. The fact that he was like fought for the Mughals means that he probably had to have been a decent fighter to have survived as long as he did. And then like he does keep it within the speculative for a chunk of it. It's just there are certain moments where he goes in and goes, definitively this is something involving Yosuke, which is not the case. So
but then look what happened with Wikipedia and all these other websites that are repeating these talking points without speculation.
Yeah.
And now Wikipedia has been ideologically captured.
Well, yeah. But again, that's as far as most people's research will go is Wikipedia, and then they run with it. So it's like, I don't know,
Like
dude.
death.
I cannot stand historical revisionism in any way, shape, or form. It bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
So when is the Commissar Wombat Japanese History Museum going to be opening in Austin?
Number one, fuck Austin. Number two, I'm not letting a bunch of idiots come into my museum.
You could have a test written by Metro to determine someone's level of basedness, and if they do not pass the test, then I reserve the right to refuse service.
I mean,
Exactly.
that's doable. I still have a bunch of shit over here
Yeah.
that I haven't put up yet.
But then you'd
And
be
then if you-
violating their constitutional rights of being fucking idiots. So
Yeah, true. Well, I guess we'll just have to have like Rune Song and
Like
Atlas
this.
outside armed with like sticks. Yo.
Nice.
What reminds me, Shadow, did we pick a location for the American branch of the Icelandic Penis Museum?
The what?
I don't think so, but I have been scouting sites for the American Union of Fascists. I could probably see if I can find something for you.
The what?
it's Madison Square Garden.
You've broken Wheezy.
Wheezy, you haven't heard of the Icelandic Penis Museum?
I think I have. That sounds familiar. But I'm just wondering what that has to do with Shadow.
Oh no, I was just making a museum joke.
Icelandic Penis
Oh,
Museum.
oh,
The Icelandic
No.
Phallological Museum.
Oh no.
More than 200 penises and penile parts representing almost all Icelandic land and sea mammals.
do
Oh,
not
they have-
let white women discover.
They have a whale
Do not
penis.
let white women. Do not let white women discover the site of this museum. They will have a field day.
I am excluded from
I do
that.
What?
Okay, do I need to explain the definition of an average and an aggregate, or are we just gonna pretend like we know what those words mean?
Okay.
The Icelandic Penis Museum is stuck in Wheezy's throat.
No.
All 200
Icelandic.
exhibits.
Phallological Museum. Yep. Okay. I'm trying to find. So, for starters, as a person who owns snails, I just want to know, what the fuck is that?
Hold on, what?
The hell?
That looks like a snail.
A snail, though.
I've seen enough. Take me, aliens.
Meanwhile, this poor lady.
It's a snail, though.
This poor lady looks like she's been traumatized.
Fucking everyone says Thanos was right, but he thought you could save half the universe. Ultron spent 5 seconds on the internet and realized it all had to go.
I'm with Ultron.
And then we've got
I mean, this woman just realized that she can't dislocate her jaw like a snake, so she's sad.
That's
and then we got
Destiny.
we got Slavoj Žižek over there.
See, I feel like this is Destiny or Hassan's favorite exhibit.
Vosh. Vosh's favorite.
What? Oh no, this isn't a horse though. This isn't a horse.
Hmm.
I thought he exclusively liked horses and little girls.
I'm not gonna lie,
Allegedly.
there are some funny pictures to come out of this place.
Would you like to share them with the stream?
Not particularly. I'm not trying to get demonetized here. Here, I'll put one more.
Wait a minute.
It's for educational purposes, so you can.
So we got. Hold on. I have to minimize the doggos a little bit so I can share with the class.
Why is she posing with it? Why is she posing with it like that?
Oh, cursed.
Okay, I'm starting.
You call it cursed? That's hilarious.
I'm sorry for my kind.
I'm starting to understand why Ellen Page became Elliot Page, because having to associate with that sex and race combination is just why. I feel bad for you, Runesong.
But I mean, look at the bright side. Elliot Page realized that the wage gap is bullshit, and now he's an actor without a job, and with
He
little.
got brought into the Odyssey. He's been hired, or it has been hired for a role in the Odyssey.
Dude, there's all kinds of bad
Alongside
actors
Tom
on
Holland.
that shit.
Yeah, Tom
Yeah.
Holland is playing fucking Odysseus.
You got Tom-
after the trilogy.
You got the
Don't get me started,
holy
don't get me
fucking trinity of wokeness in this fucking movie. We got Robert Pattinson, we got Zendaya, we got Tom Holland, we got Charlize Theron, Matt Damon, Elliot
What
Page.
happened?
I mean, you are not going to convince me that Zendaya is not a psyop and an industry plant.
I'm so tired of these period movies where they just throw in names and not people who actually fit the roles.
Yeah, we'll see. No,
I mean,
okay, so
the
here's-
best Odysseus adaptation was with
I feel so
Armando
bad for
Assante.
Greece. Like, nothing Greek can be Greek anymore.
Nope. Even Troy, one of the best Greek
No.
movies out there, had a fucking Scotsman as the Spartan king. But see, I understand why they do the Tom Holland and Zendaya and like all this shit better. After walking into my lifeguard, when I was working as a lifeguard, walking into like the guard room, and all of the girls were talking about how great Dune 2 was because of Timothy Chalamet, because of Zendaya, because of Austin Butler, hyping nothing about the characters, nothing about the plot, but just because they got to see Zendaya in a movie, because they got to see Timothy Chalamet, because they got to see Austin Butler, and I say it immediately dawns on me. The companies have recognized, and maybe I'm probably not original with this idea, but the companies have recognized that the vast majority of people who are buying tickets are too fucking retarded to think about the pretty colors and the music on screen. All they care about is what do the actors look like, or do they know the name of the actor. And my generation are so fucking retarded they somehow think Zendaya of all people is some kind of beauty icon. So if you put her in a movie, it's going to make money,
Well,
because my generation is retarded.
uh,
And I apologize for
Shadow.
its contribution and destruction of. Yes.
This, this isn't a dig on your age, but there was a study done a few years before you were born.
Yep.
That was kind of to confirm what movie studios kind of like background already knew. And it's the major driver for movie ticket sales is late teens and early 20s women. That is by far the biggest driver of ticket sales.
Gotcha. And thank you for helping buttress my point, Pug.
Yeah. So what they do when they want to appeal to people, when they want to appeal to a mass audience, that's who they appeal to. That's why horror movies are so big. That's why romantic comedies are so big. That's who they're appealing to. So.
Sorry, I was pre-ordering
Did I
Kingdom
just
Come
sound
Deliver. What?
Oh.
I was
It just went silent for a minute there.
Yeah, because I was pre-ordering Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Deliverance?
Yeah. The second one comes out in 2 days.
I didn't want. I mean, I don't. I'm of the opinion of don't fucking pre-order in general. But as more and more stuff that the guy about the team is like saying, I'm like, I'm not thinking it's gonna go full woke, but I'm still gonna wait for people to make. I'll wait for your review, I guess, because you're unbiased. But I'm like, I'm not one of those people bitching and moaning about the black dude. I'm not one of the people bitching and moaning about there potentially being gay shit. But some of the stuff that the developer has said has made me slightly concerned.
I don't blame him, honestly. Like, when you've got the fucking groypers up your ass because there might be something in a fucking game, I'd probably go pretty hard, too. Like, that,
Right,
that
but at
shit
the
was
same
getting
time-
fucking retarded at one point. And I was
Right.
like,
Well,
Not as retarded as Melanie and Razor Fist.
no, not that terminal. No.
you never go that retarded. My main thing is it's talking points that sound very similar to things that leftists would say, and it's of the mind of like, okay, the fact that you don't recognize how I don't mean toxic the way they mean it, but I'm radioactive. The fact that you don't realize how radioactive what you're saying is a red flag to me. So I'll just wait for combat to make a review.
I get what you're saying, but Vavra has consistently not said, but he has consistently done things and said things that are antithetical to your average lefty talking points for the most part. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I get it. The dude was pissed off because he had every single fucking moron on the internet hounding him. But at the same time, like, they're not a small studio anymore like they were when they made the first one. And I could see him wanting to say shit that he really wanted to say and not being able to do so because now he's beholden to shareholders.
Yeah,
But
I guess.
I don't know. But if it's even half as good as the first one, then it's already worth it to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha. Just don't do any of those like play as the woman DLCs because fuck me.
Yeah, no, that DLC was painful. Like it, I get that it fills in some of the gaps, but it was just not a good DLC. It was so fucking slow.
Also, the fact that you don't get like a warning that you're walking into it is also like I get what they were going for. You're trying to like see the like the life of a medieval woman, but also you really don't get that experience to a good extent because it's like, hey, you actually get the scheme involving the silver, okay, or like the two quests that you get for like the friend characters, Bianca and what's her name. It's like, I'm not gonna help you, Bianca. I don't have time. I've got chores. And then the other person's thing is like, hey, I want to be a gossipy little woman. That feels kind of not nice. I don't want to do that. Badly constructed deals.
I was trying to figure out if Metro was breathing heavy into the camera or his microphone.
Better?
Yeah, that's better. I just
you finished quick.
I would just assume you were starting like an ASMR channel or something.
It's the worst time to do that.
That's kind of what it sounded like.
No, I was aggressively shitting.
Oh,
$20 is $20.
It just reminds me of what was it, the first or second stream with the dog?
With the dog? Oh.
Yeah, you're petting one of your dogs,
But I
and
was
it
trying to
looked
get,
like you
like-
were doing something else.
I was trying to get her in my lap.
Yeah, and you look like Nick in the Coke stream.
Hey, get it right. It's DSP.
No, Nick.
Yeah.
Oh, Ricada. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, listen, as long as you don't start jacking off on camera, we don't mind.
That guy is everything you should not do. Okay, let me rephrase that. That guy in Destiny is everything you should not do when you have a relatively stable YouTube career.
Yep.
relatively stable career in general.
I mean, you shouldn't do mountains of coke, and you shouldn't. I don't know.
Crank your hog on straight.
Introduce a mistress into your marriage, and you shouldn't leave the coke lying around so it can be found in the in your children's hair because they have been exposed.
You know, given your criticisms of Destiny, Ricada is almost identical, just on the opposite side. Metro. Ricada's a
Precisely.
fucking hedonistic, nihilistic, fucking
Coke
pleasure-seeking.
fiend. Coke fiend.
Yes.
I feel so bad for his
Most of the
kids.
people in the literally the main difference between most of the people on our pop culture, our side of the pop culture war, and their side is our side recognize that conservative values maintain societies. Their side have the idea of the commie utopia. It's fucking it's fucking baffling the number of people where I'll sit down and I'll listen to them speak, and they are 1-to-1 Destiny or 1-to-1 Hassan, and the only difference is replace liberal talking points with conservative talking points. It's fucking insane.
Look, it's all... You know, it sucks because it's all based on the algorithm, right? So depending on how big of a following these people get, then more of their content gets pushed. It's the same thing that you see with, like, fucking Fuentes. It's the same thing you see with the Tates. You know, same thing with Destiny and Hassan. And like, all the wrong people get amplified on both sides. And that's just because everybody's so fucking extreme now. They're either one or the other. And,
yeah,
you know, that's...
Or it's so hard to chase the algorithm that if you let your Hungarian friends on, your channel gets nuked.
Well, my thing is that that's why I try to give semi-neutral takes when I talk about things, unless it's something I know is absolutely fucking wrong. Because, like, there's nobody in the fucking middle, right? Even someone like Dev that says, "Oh, I'm a centrist." No, you're fucking not, dude. You're a fucking shit lib.
Yeah.
It's like, just
Or
own it.
Timcast. Yeah.
Tim.
Or Timcast, who's a conservative, he just doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah. I mean...
And Tim is just a retard.
Yes.
My last straw with...
Tim is an autist that got too much free time and not enough fixations.
Yeah, my last straw with him was when he kept fucking harping about Civil War for like 6 months straight, and then, you know, that shit with his audience, where he basically let his ego fucking Hulk out, and he was like, "I don't give a shit about any of y'all, give me money." I was like, alright, you know, kind of makes sense now.
Yeah,
Who was it?
my last straw with him was when he started getting swatted a suspiciously high number of times.
One of those times was pretty funny though, where this dude just walked up in there and was like, "Oh yeah, I'm running for governor or some shit, and I just wanted to come talk to you." And he's like sitting in the kitchen and nobody knew who the fuck he was.
What the hell?
And yes, that's the survivalist camp of Tim Pool. You can just waltz in.
To be fair, this was like one of the
chicken.
first times that it happened. Like, before he put up like a fence and all that shit.
Also, he subcontracted security to the chickens. They're not very good at that. They're great at making eggs. They're not very good at security.
No, if you want birds for security, you get guinea fowl.
See, I was thinking huskies.
No.
Well, birds is what I was saying.
Birds.
So
Or use bulldog.
Aren't birds men though?
I was trying to figure out what Luna was doing. She was scratching her nose.
Yeah. Good dog.
And
Is
then
she the one that got left out all night?
No, that was my black cat.
Oh, the cat, not the dog. Okay.
I know Luna will sleep out there all night if I let her. I mean, she could just as
abused.
she could just as easily walk in. She just doesn't. And my little white douchebag that's sitting on the perch is, yeah. He just does what he wants.
Just cat things.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But, yeah. Anybody else have any other topics for the evening?
No,
No.
I'm just here to make smart-ass comments.
Fair.
I'm just here to procrastinate instead of doing schoolwork.
Yeah, what happened
I'm
to
just
that?
here so I don't get fined.
What happened to that thing that you were working on, Shadow?
Oh, the thing. So what happened with the thing was I got it, and then I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? I got like all the people who were relatively easy, and then I thought, what am I gonna do for everyone else? I started with CDAT, and that was mildly painful to trace out. And then I realized I was gonna have to do that with Alfarius and Cornelius, and now I'm gonna have to add Atlas because he's been on the panel. And then I thought, well, I don't have anything good for Marzana, Gaunt, or Runesong. Okay, so I'm gonna do a call. I'm gonna get the stuff, and then the reality of 20 credit hours of schoolwork fucking decks me. And right as I'm not gonna have enough time to dedicate to schoolwork because I've got work as well. So, yeah. Also, I mean, I probably would have made it a bit more of a priority if I knew that it was that we were going to be streaming this Sunday. I probably would have like found some time or something like that to get at least like the core people on it. And maybe not animate it yet, but I should theoretically have time this week to get everyone added and then animate it and then add the song. Do you want? Yeah, sorry, that's long-winded for school sucks and I'm a lazy bastard.
No, that's not what I just saw.
Is the song gonna be Erica?
No.
No, actually, so I've actually got because I don't want combat to get hack nuked. I've actually got 2 options for him. And I want to know which he would prefer. So I'm gonna post these in Music Lovers. I've posted one of them already in Music Lovers because it's literally Metro's theme song.
So I've vaguely heard about this before, but I'm going to show y'all a screenshot of one of the consultants for Assassin's Creed Shadows.
All right, let's see it.
Oh no! Oh no!
Sachi Schmidt.
Read the description and then read the overview with the books.
Associate Professor of Techniques, Literature, and Culture. Pictorial representations of Gemma. Tales of Idealized Book. Oh.
No
Sachi
wonder.
Schmidt. Is she a? Do I fucking say this on Combat Stream?
No.
No. Do it. No. It's
If
like
you
a
hesitate,
question.
the answer is no.
Based off the name Schmidt, I have a question, but I also don't know if I can say it. I also don't want to type it.
No. But there's
Okay.
Male love in medieval Japanese Buddhist narratives.
Without asking the question, is she?
No, she's just Japanese. Or
Okay,
something.
so where'd the name Schmidt come from?
Probably a married name. Well, maybe.
I mean, just look at the education history, University of Washington. Do you need more?
So,
Okay,
yeah,
doesn't she have a
real
fucking
excited
Wikipedia
to
page?
play a game where the expert that they cite is interested in literary and pictorial representations of gender, sexuality, and class.
It all makes sense now. Hey, no! Quit being a terrorist.
That was directed. Who was that? Oh, that was directed at the cat. Okay, I was gonna say, why is that directed at Runesong? She's not
Yeah,
here.
I mean,
Weezy's got first blood going on over there.
Furzbula?
Furzbula.
A meows?
Oh.
There he is.
Oh.
Felinsis? Isis but feline? Felinsis? No?
It's the little goblin.
Terrorist.
What's his
Look
what's
at
his
him.
political
Bad.
ideology?
He just looks guilty. Oh, don't hide your head. He hid.
He is cat.
Are
He is
cat people
guilty.
feeling guilt though?
He's the baby.
Like my friend Sam always says, all cats are bastards.
No, not this one. He's a good cat. Oh, there he goes.
You called him a terrorist.
Well, yeah. Bro, he will literally...
He's a good terrorist.
Hey,
If I open the refrigerator,
terrorists
he
can be good
jumps in.
people.
That sounds like a terrorist.
One of the cats I was looking after this past week was she does that too.
Gets in the refrigerator?
Yeah.
I left him in there one day on accident.
Oh no.
That was for like 5 minutes
like-
until I heard the refrigerator talking, and I was like, oh.
And she like won't come out unless you like close the door for a minute, and then she's like, "Oh, wait a minute, I don't like this anymore."
Yeah, that's what he does. Right. Right, douchebag. Yes, I know. I know.
He's the main character of the South Park games?
Yes. What? Spoiled ass animals. All my fucking animals are spoiled. Anybody want a cat? You can have this one.
In song. Volunteer.
Except
I would if I weren't already like set to inherit a cat or two.
Or six.
Or 6.
Yeah, I can't take any more animals. I wish I could, but I can't. Stop! Stop it!
Yeah.
So what
Which
you
is
need to
why
do is
you
buy
need
a
to
farm
That's-
and like make a big old sanctuary.
That's what my wife wants to do. She like
Aw.
legitimately wants to start like a husky
I'd
rescue.
love to do.
That would be so
Fucking-
cute.
God, I'd love to do that here.
The
Yeah, man.
fucking combat Japanese museum and animal
Slash
rescue.
husky rescue.
You know, like
People
the
will come to
Jones
adopt a
barbecue
husky and be like, "What's with all the katana around the walls?"
like yeah, like you come
For the
like, you
huskies to
come
misbehave.
adopt a husky.
Damn.
And the combat's test of like whether
No.
or not you'd be a good
No.
husky owner is you walk through the you walk through the museum, and if you're not properly in awe of the museum, then you don't get a husky.
There's your vetting process.
We have a place around here that like lets you do fucking cow yoga or some shit, where they've got like rescued farm animals that you can go sit with for
Milk
whatever
yoga.
reason.
Milk yoga.
God,
But yeah,
does this happen to be near Austin?
no, it's here somewhere right outside of Houston.
Oh, because that sounds completely like an Austin thing.
I
Well, I mean, Texas is
The premise
Texas
is good.
Slowly becoming California, so
no, it's not.
yeah, it is.
Look, I've already seen a whole bunch of people saying that they're leaving. Saying, oh, I don't want to live here anymore. This state is too red. There's too many Republicans. I thought this was supposed to be like LA.
You don't
Honestly,
even have to
Mark,
like
yeah,
be on social media to know this. Why do people?
Because a lot of these people
Are these
genuinely
people with it?
a lot of these people genuinely moved here because they thought that they could flip the state and turn this place into another California. It's not gonna fucking happen.
Yeah, like
Well,
I
see,
remember.
think they were-
Oh, sorry.
No, you go, Root Song. I've been talking way more than you. Plus, you're a woman. We gotta let you speak.
Well, now I don't wanna.
Woman spotted.
Okay, fine. Then I'll speak. Eh. They were probably too stupid to even realize that Texas was like they probably saw like home prices in Texas are better than California. They probably saw that they had better job opportunities than California, and they saw that there were a lot of Mexican people, and they're like, "Oh, hey, I'm not racist. I love Mexicans." And then they came here and then realized, "Wait a minute, that man's got a cowboy hat, cowboy boots, a hot blonde wife, and a firearm. Am I in Texas? Shit."
Yep.
Gee, I wonder why the state is nicer than California.
That is more accurate than I care to admit.
Yeah, like I remember a gamer friend that I don't talk to anymore. He and his wife were moving out to Texas. And as last I checked, they did. So I apologize, Texas. Because one of the wokest people I know, dabbling in being non-binary and all that crap, like gender fluid, and he has kids, like he has toddlers, and I don't know what the hell is up with his wife, and yeah, they were going to move out to Texas, and they were showing off pictures of the place, and I'm like, wow, that is a really nice property, and has like this really cute kind of Texas front gate. And it's got like the American flag on one side and Texas flag on the other. And they're like, yeah, we're going to replace these with a rainbow flag and maybe BLM.
Nope.
And I'm like, you do not deserve to be there.
This is how I knew that Trump was going to win. There is a certain neighborhood that is near me that during Trump's first term, there were nothing but signs for Democrats. During Trump versus Biden, there were nothing but signs for Democrats. And then once it was Trump versus Kamala, all those signs disappeared and turned into Trump signs. And I was like, okay, that right there is a good sign if you're voting for Trump. Because that place is extremely liberal.
Yeah, one of
And
the
they
biggest, like, yeah, seriously, like one of the biggest white pills I got before the election was I was in Philly in October, and I normally see either no political signs or just Democrat everything. I was seeing no Harris signs, but I was seeing Trump signs in the heart of Philly. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be good.
Yep. There were fucking flags everywhere. There were yard signs everywhere. I was like, okay. That's why on election night, whenever we did that stream all together, I was like, I feel pretty good about this. I'm going to bed. And even my boss was fucking doom-pilling while we were there. He was like, man, they're going to rig it. I was like, don't worry. It's going to be fine. He's got to win. If normies like me are motivated enough to vote, then yeah.
The only place that didn't change is DC still is flying their rainbow flags everywhere, but the super inclusive one.
Wait, are they really? I figured they would have already.
Oh, not on the federal buildings. When I ride through like the residential parts of DC, they're still flying their rainbow flags.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
The map one.
Yeah.
The
But it's nice that I won't see them anymore in the federal buildings.
You mean the progress flag or whatever?
Yeah, the one with the chevron.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to go walk the dogs now.
Sounds good.
I think I'm going to fall asleep.
It sounds like you were already. That's why.
You slowed down on the insults and the slurs and stuff, so
I was like,
Yes,
What
well,
happened?
it's past midnight here.
it's past
Almost
Metro.
one.
It's past Metro's bedtime.
What we
Alright,
need
then.
is a wheel of slurs. You know, at the end of every stream, we spin it, and everybody says what comes up.
Oh,
no.
and I still want to do like a charity stream one day.
Oh, that would be cool.
Because I wanted to raise money for the doggies. What the fuck?
Aw.
Oh, yeah, the dogs are starting to holler. So, but yeah, I
All
still
right.
want to do that. I'm just trying
Yeah,
to figure
my-
out how to do it.
I should probably get going too. My earbuds are dying, so
Oh, I was like, I thought you were gonna say something, so I shut up.
no.
But yeah, I'm
No,
gonna
it's just my earbuds are dying.
I'm gonna workshop that and figure out how to do it, and then whatever money I make, I'll go give to the doggy rescues. So,
Aw.
Wombat, look in the general chat.
and do I want to look?
Yes.
All right, all of you, get out of here. Go away. I
All right.
don't want nothing.
Later.
I don't want nothing to do with you people
Bye.
anymore.
Butthead Mexican.
Later.